learners, welcome back. Today for story time, we listened to a story that had Pete the cat and the itsy bitsy spider in it. That made me have some ideas in my mind of what I wanted to write about in my journal. You're going to need today for writing time your journal and a pencil. You make sure that you get these things and you're ready to write. So make sure you're also in a comfortable spot for doing some writing. When you get out your journal today, make sure that you open it like a book and turn the pages. We're not going to flip to the middle or to the back. We're going to turn the pages and go to the very next clean page. Here's our page where we wrote our name. This is where we wrote the beginning sound for spider. On this page is where we wrote the word cat and have a picture of a cat. So I'm turning to the very next page. In the story today, there was the cat. That was Pete the cat. I don't know if I can draw Pete the cat very well, but I'm going to try. In my picture space at the top of my paper, at the top on this plain area, I'm going to draw Pete the cat. And then I'm going to draw a spider over here. I'm thinking about the story that I listened to. And when we listen to stories, we sometimes get ideas in our brain. And they give us ideas of things that we want to write about. So I'm thinking of this spider that's going down this pipe and there's water coming out. He's going down the spout. And I know that in the story there was some rain. So I'm going to make the ground down here. So I'm adding picture details that show parts of the story that my brain remembers. That's what pictures do. Well, I'm ready to write about my picture. And I'm going to need to use letters and letter sounds to help me write down here at the bottom. At the bottom where the lines are, that's where we write words using letters. Letters that come together very closely, they make words. And words are things that we think and things that we say. I have Pete the cat. I could write Pete the cat. I have spider. I could write spider. I could write water spout, cloud, rain. These are all things in my picture. But I know in that story, everything happened because of that rain. And the itsy bitsy spider had to go up and down the water spout. And I think the sun came out too. I think that's a picture detail I want to add. But I do remember that a lot of things got wet with the rain. I'm thinking of the word wet. I think I'm going to write the word wet down here. Wet. I say the word over and over so that I can hear the sounds in the word I want to write. And I'm going to write on the lines at the bottom. Wet. I say it slow. Wet. Eh, 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 t, t, t. The letter that I need to spell the word wet is one that we may not have talked about yet. It's the letter W. I know I need it because it makes the sound W, but if you're writing a word, what you'll do is the same thing I'm doing. Think of the sound, think of the character and the letter that you need to make that word on paper. W is the letter W. Oh, that's Eddie Elephant sound. I know him. He's the letter E. T, 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 t. That sounds like Talking Tessa's sound. And she's the letter T. Wet. I've used letters with letter sounds to make a word that matches my picture. Things are getting wet in my picture. Today, I would like for you to write and draw in your journal.